So we've got a little problem with the scissor lift. One of our staff members was actually getting electric shock from it.
Buckle up for safety as I give you a day in the life of facilities maintenance.
So at this point, I'm not sure what the cause of the shocking is. I don't know if it's something to do with the charger or that plug down there. Not feeling anything. And it is plugged in. The charger is not currently activated because it's actually showing a full charge. So maybe that has something to do with it. Now this plug was an issue. I think what I'll do though is work my way back from the source. Now, Mark and I installed this receptacle up on the wall here, and we know it was good at the time, but I will check for grounding here to make sure we've still got a solid ground. And we do. It looks good. That buzzing noise you hear is the charger. Unplugging it and plugging it back in kind of woke it up again. So, next up, I need to rule out this cord. Yeah, that scorched end there, that was a result of a bad plug end on the scissor lift from a few months ago. And painters, who are not electricians but who were borrowing the scissor lift, took it upon themselves to change the plug end, with the end result being that they somehow melted the end of the cord. But, as you can see, it works fine. And in the interest of being thorough, I'm checking the middle one as well that I just unplugged the machine from. So I'm going to open this up now and check the actual cord itself. Well, it looks like this is part of the plastic piece that acts as a stop for the back side of this. That's okay. We can fix that. So what you are seeing here in this battery tray are 4 6-volt batteries wired in series to give us a total of 24 volts and a battery charger. Now what is possible is that this cord...
Hey, what's broken?
Hey, Clary. Not sure. It's possible that the insulation has rubbed itself off of this cord and it was shorting against something, but I am not seeing any evidence of that at all. The integrity of the casing on this cord looks good. So I am not sure what was causing the problem. Interesting. The last thing I should check is this actual plug end itself. I didn't install this. Frank did. But Frank knows what he's doing, even though this tape job might make it look otherwise. But just to rule things out and check everything, I will open this up and check this as well.
But before we get there, I think I found the problem. It's not on the AC side, it's on the DC side. John was feeling a little bit of current coming through there, hence the tingle. Sorry, I got distracted. I thought maybe I'll check the 12 volt side, and sure enough, there is a 12 volt lead that is making contact with the metal battery tray right here. This was tucked in behind here. You can see how scorched that is coming. It's actually burned through right there. And what we are looking at are the 24 volt wires going from the charger to the battery bank. Let's see if I can get that to focus down there. Yeah, there isn't a whole lot of scorching or anything that I can see on the metal, but it was
making direct contact with the back side of this plate here. And you can definitely see that that's where we've had an issue. So that should be a fairly easy fix. Might even be able to find a new plug end in this correct size. The farmer repair would be to just wrap that with a whole bunch of black tape. And that would actually work. But I'm gonna go see if I have another plug end that'll fit this. And for now, I'm just gonna leave that right there like that, so it's not making direct contact with anything.
2 days later.
Well, I gotta thank Mark for fixing this on my day off.
He used little inline Wago connectors that we picked up because we couldn't find any blade connectors in this size.
And replaced the ones that were shorting out. And, you know, we could have hardwired it. It doesn't really have to be able to disconnect. It was just set up that way, maybe for ease of servicing if you ever needed to replace the charger. Regardless, problem solved. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
So, that's an example of the kind of things we deal with here in facilities maintenance. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
I'm a goof.